Why am I afraid to speak up in the meetings? Let me ask you this question. Have you ever walked out of a meeting and on your way back to your desk or while you're driving back home, you suddenly become brilliant? You think of the perfect sentence. You have this perfect idea, the perfect answer, and then you say to yourself, I should have said that. It's strange, isn't it? When you are alone, your thoughts flow. But the moment 10 people sit around you at a conference table, your mind goes silent. Your heart beats faster than usual. You rehearse one sentence in your head 10 times before you have decided that whether it is good enough for you to share or not. And in that span, someone else says exactly the same thing and everyone nods, yeah, you're right. And you feel, it was my idea. I could have said that. Have you noticed it is rarely that you don't have any ideas? Very rare. It is that you don't trust the moment enough to be able to release them, to be able to share those ideas. Most people think this is a confidence problem. A lot of people come to me for coaching that this is a confidence problem. I don't think that it is that. It is much deeper. Let me tell you a story. Someone years ago, a client came to me and they were a senior manager in a multinational company, very intelligent, very experienced and well respected within their teams. The team actually admired them quite a lot. Their performance reviews were excellent, no less. But there was this one thing that this person could not understand. That while performing so good, every leadership meeting he used to attend, he became invisible. He said, the strange thing is I know the answer. I know exactly what I want to say. But I keep waiting for that right moment. And by the time I decide, the meeting or the conversation or that topic has moved on. And I asked him a very simple question, just one question. What do you think will happen to you if you speak? He was silent for a few moments. And then after a few seconds, he said, what if I'm wrong? I asked, and then? He says, they'll think that I'm not smart enough. I said, okay, then? He says, I lose my respect. Do you see what happened here? The meeting disappeared. The presentation disappeared. The idea disappeared. The question disappeared. His mind was not afraid of speaking. It was afraid of becoming someone, a certain type of a person. Someone who could be easily judged. Someone who could be rejected. Someone who might no longer belong. And this is where neuroscience meets ancient wisdom. You see, thousands of years ago, if your tribe rejected you, your chances of survival dropped dramatically. Being excluded wasn't uncomfortable. It was dangerous. Your mind still carries that ancient memory in your DNA. Today, the tribe has changed. Instead of sitting around fire, we sit around on a conference table. Instead of hunting, we're presenting quarterly reports. But somewhere deep within us, this nervous system of ours has not gotten the update. It is still running on those programs, earlier programs. It still asks this one question, am I safe here? And that's what your body reacts before your mind does. Your palms suddenly become sweaty before you can say anything, before you can speak anything. Your breathing becomes shallow, your shoulders tighten. And then something fascinating happens. Your brain begins predicting the future. Oh, if I say this, they'll laugh at me. They'll probably disagree. I'll sound stupid. Who am I to say something like this? Now you notice something. None of this has actually happened. Yet your body reacts as if it already has. The human brain is an extraordinary prediction machine. It doesn't wait for reality. It doesn't depend on reality. It says, okay, till the time you show me the reality, I'll prepare for that possibility. I'll prepare for every possibility. And sometimes the possibility that it prepares for would never arrive. Most likely it will never arrive in the exact same way. There is an old story about a young elephant. When it was small, it was tied with a thick chain. It used to pull and struggle and try to escape, but it could not have done that. Eventually, it stopped trying. Years later, the same elephant could be tied with nothing more than a small rope. Do you think that rope was that strong? No. The rope was not that strong, but the memory inside was strong enough. Many professionals are like that elephant. Years ago, perhaps a teacher might have interrupted them. Someone might have laughed at their idea or their answer. A parent might have said that don't speak up unless you are very sure of what you're saying. One meeting could have gone bad. One presentation could not have landed the way you wanted it to. And slowly a rope was created. A fear, a phobia was created. And today, the rope is not outside. It's not visible. It's inside you. And here's the interesting part. The mind doesn't replay events. It replays meanings. The event might have lasted for 30 seconds. You might not even remember it. But the meaning that I'm not good enough can last for 30 years. And so where do we begin? How do we solve this? Not by forcing ourselves to speak, not by repeating affirmations in the mirror. No, none of that works. We begin somewhere much quieter and deeper. We begin by watching. The next time you are in a meeting, don't immediately try to become confident or fake your confidence level. Instead, be curious. Notice what happens inside you. Notice the story your mind starts telling you. Because before every sentence that you do not speak, there is another sentence which is spoken silently inside your head. Oh, I think I'll mess this up. Oh, they'll think they know more than me. Who am I to say anything like this? This isn't very important. All of this. Most people try to change that outer sentence. Very, very few people notice the inner one. And once you notice it, something interesting begins to happen. You create space. You realize, I'm listening to a story, not a fact. I'm watching a fiction. There is a beautiful story about Abraham Lincoln. When he became the president of the United States for the first time, people expected him that he would surround himself with supporters. Instead, he invited many of his biggest critics into his cabinet. And people thought that was probably the biggest mistake he could have been making. And Lincoln smiled. He understood something profound. You see, if your identity depends on everyone agreeing with you, you can never lead, you can never grow. As simple as that. Leadership, true leadership, begins the day disagreement stops feeling like danger. Think about it. Perhaps confidence isn't speaking without fear. Perhaps confidence is discovering that disagreement doesn't reduce your worth. It doesn't question your worth or diminishes your worth. There is a term in psychology which is called as the spotlight effect. I think you might have heard about it. We constantly overestimate how much other people are thinking about us. We imagine everyone notices our mistakes. In reality, most people are busy worrying about their own. It is almost funny. The entire meeting is filled with people wondering, what do they think about me? While nobody has the time to think about anyone else. They're just thinking about themselves. Having learned all of this, what do we do? What can we actually do about it? Here's something simple that you can try. The next time you have any idea in a meeting, don't wait for it to become perfect. Don't wait for that perfect timing. Perfection is usually fear, which is wearing expensive clothes. Instead, ask yourself, can I contribute one sentence? I'm not asking for 5 minutes or a lengthy essay or something like that. One sentence. Because confidence rarely arrives before action has been taken. It usually arrives after the action has been taken. A child doesn't learn balance before riding a bicycle. Balance emerges because the bicycle starts moving when it has gotten that momentum. And the same is true here. Your voice finds its strength only after it has been used. And before you speak, don't only prepare your words, prepare your body. Take one slow breath, relax your jaw, unclench your hands, feel your feet touching the floor. Relax your shoulders. Because the body is constantly sending messages to the brain. When the body says that I'm safe enough now, I can relax, the mind begins believing it. And finally, there is this one thought I would want to leave you with. Maybe your silence was never about meetings. Maybe it was always about permission. Permission to be imperfect. Permission to be misunderstood. Permission to learn in public. Because the people we admire the most, we are inspired by, aren't the ones who had never had anything wrong to say. They were the one who actually stopped making their worth dependent on saying the right thing all the time. They could be making mistakes and they were okay with it. So the next time you're sitting in a meeting and you feel that familiar hesitation of speaking, don't ask yourself, what if they judge me? Ask a very different question. What important idea will never enter this room if I keep it inside me? What idea, what concept could they not get introduced to if I don't speak about it? Because your career isn't only shaped by the work that you do. It is shaped by the conversations you are brave enough to have. And perhaps the meeting that you're really afraid of has never been the one in a conference room. It's between you and that voice inside that has been waiting for your permission to speak all along. If you like this idea, if you resonate with this concept, if you'd like to hear more ideas like such, I continuously make videos that will help you find inner peace and some clarity and get in touch with your deeper wisdom so that you can live a life that is full of great potential that the life has to offer you. And you can consider subscribing to this channel, Mind Healing with Bhavesh. I shall see you soon with another concept, with some other interesting topic. Until then, I want you to stay blessed, stay healthy, and catch hold of this wisdom if you can. I shall see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.